Here's a question for all you mathematicians out there. What does Diddy plus a judge's gavel equal? I know that sounds like an obvious question, but the answer is really simple. Diddy plus a judge's gavel can only equal one thing. And it's not just for him, but it's for people that helped him and people that were associated with him. It can only mean this. Yeah, that's going to be the end result. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in this world, at this current time, welcome to the David Starr Experience.
I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
Well. How the mighty have fallen. Diddy was so up on his high horse. He was so, I can do no wrong. I'm Diddy. I make things happen. Well, you've been making things happen, all right. You've been getting people deleted. You've been getting people fired. You've been getting people retired. You done broke up groups and stables and, things of that nature. You done it all, sir. And today we're going to have a look at some of the questionable things that you have done over the years that really just don't make a whole lot of sense. But then again, it's you. So people fall into that lore of, oh, this is Diddy. Me being signed by him would be the greatest thing ever. Bruh, you're not God. And I think that's what Diddy thought. Diddy thought he was God. Until God showed up at his front door holding AR-15s and special weapons and tactics were at his door, taking drives out of his computer and stuff like that. That's who the real God is, if you really want to be technical about it. The God is the one holding that gavel. The one that's about to give him all 30 of these life sentences he probably about to do. But let's just take a look at some of the things that Diddy has done that I can recall, going all the way back to this.
Yo, fam, Puffy just told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk.
Yeah.
And just for context, this group was Daband, D-A-B-A-N-D, that he had signed off of the premise of a reality show, which was basically to find a couple of singers to form like a little mega group. He demanded that these people walk for cheesecake from where they were at. I'm not sure if they were in Manhattan or whatever, but he wanted these Negroes to walk all the way to Brooklyn. All the way to Brooklyn just to get him a cheesecake. Like, what the hell? He didn't do that with the girls, with all the girls. He just did that with Sarah and Babs and Chopper and Dialon and Fred. Like, really? Really? That's what we do, Diddy? We got niggas walking for cheesecake for you? But that wasn't the only infraction that Diddy has done for making the band members. Y'all remember when he had that famous incident with Aubrey? Oh, you're not familiar? Let's take a look.
You want to show all your skin. You want to be naked. But the whole concept of Danity Kane was like, when it comes together, it's one.
Puff's going hard on the group, and then all of a sudden he singles me out and starts going on and on about how unhappy he is with me. And I just feel like nothing that I do, he's ever happy with.
Can I ask a question? What do you want to look like, though? Do you want to look like a playboy, playmate? Do you want to look like you?
Puff, I'm done with all of that.
No. Like, what do you want to look like, though?
I'll tell you.
What do you want to look like, though?
I'll tell you. I'm not focused on me. I'm focused on what this group should look like and how I should fit in this situation.
You like big hair, though.
I don't like big hair.
You do like big hair. You like big hair.
Puff,
you like a lot of makeup and all that.
Actually, I don't. I don't like big hair. I don't like certain makeup. I'm very flexible with what you want to do, and I've worked with everything that you've thrown
I'm not seeing the flexibility. You gaming me.
Your hair people came in today and they said this is how it needs to be.
You know what I'm talking about. You're pushing your own image, though.
I'm not worried about whether my hair is straight, curly, whatever. I'm not here in a group to have curly, straight, big, makeup, whatever. I'm here in a group to sing with my group, and that is all I care about. For real. Like, maybe you just don't get me and we don't get each other.
You're gaming me, because if I pulled in all of the makeup artists and all of the hair people, they would not say that.
Is it just me, or does that sound like someone who's having an argument with their girlfriend or someone that's having an argument with an employee? I get that he's a, music mogul and he's doing all this, that, and the third, and he's got responsibilities and things like that. But that sounds more so like someone who's mad because their girlfriend wore something they didn't want them to wear out the house. It's just me. I'm just saying. I'm not judging, but that's just what we see before the camera. And the reality show that he, as you saw in the beginning, he just had to have. What about this incident?
And so I've given a lot of thought, and I'm going to let you out your contract, too. As far as for you, Dawn, I still want to make music with you. I still want you to be signed to the label. And, if I decide to put that together, Danity Kane, then, you'll be the only member that'll still be there.
Whoa. Like, did y'all see Dawn's face? That did not look like the face of a woman who was happy to be signed to a bad boy contract. I'm just saying. Dawn did not look very excited to be under the Bad Boys for Life stable. At one time, that was every singer and rapper's dream, to be able to say bad boy, to be able to work under Puffy. Now we see why people didn't want to work under Puffy. That nigga was touching and groping and shit. Like, come on. Oh man, Diddy was a savage with the pen. That's what who was it that said that? I think it was the Locks. It might have been Jada that said that. He a beast with the pen. When it come to paperwork and publishing, he a monster like that. He's just that's just who he is. He's not, Diddy ain't nothing to be played with because he got them peoples. As I like to call it, the peoples with the briefcases that'll make things happen. And he a mogul. They on his payroll. This is the part that I didn't understand with that whole making the band thing. Diddy been so shiesty for years. This dude had his own person, his own people, like an in-house manager, be the manager of the group. The band wasn't allowed to have their own representation. They had to have somebody from the label because they couldn't find nobody. Nobody knew hip-hop. I'm pretty sure there's video of that too. If you go on YouTube, you'll find it. Where Diddy they were basically forced to go in-house to find their own management. And it was really weird because their manager was Diddy's underboss. So anything you negotiate, you better believe he going back and being like, nah, we should get it down to this because of this, that, and the third. Phil Robinson. This thing goes high up, y'all. Don't get put to sleep. This thing goes high up with Diddy. It ain't just him. He's just the one that's out in the forefront right now. But you better believe it's somebody higher than him that's giving him access to all this, all these people, all these funds. Somebody really high up is calling the shots. Diddy's just the guy. At this point, he's just the guy. But he is the one that is doing all this. Diddy is a very powerful guy in the music world. He's a powerful dude. He can make things happen. That's why when Cassie called his bluff, that man had to show his hand like, all right, we got to pay this woman because she knows too much. Imagine what would have happened if Kim were still around. Kim Porter. I wonder if she would have been brought into this whole situation. Because I'm pretty sure she was impacted. I'm pretty sure she would be involved in this lawsuit somehow. Non-disclosures notwithstanding. I'm pretty sure she would have been brought into it. I mean, this is a sad, sad situation. But let's continue. So, we have the incident with Danity Kane, where he basically jumped down Aubrey's throat for wearing her hair a certain type of way. I can't find the clip, but if I could, I'd throw it in here. Where Diddy basically had the members of the band, Ness, Sarah, Chopper, Dylon, Babs, Freddie. He had all of them stand in like a row and basically had them model for him. He talked about Dylon's face, how he needed to see a dermatologist. He talked about Babs and how she wanted to rock her hair. And here's the part that got me. This is how I know Diddy like him light. He told Sarah he had her turn completely around, do a 180 to the point where her ass was in the camera. And that nigga was mean mugging her. Like, I mean, he was staring a laser beam through her ass cheeks. And was talking about, yeah, I want to see some different styles. You want to do your hair. Nigga, stop ass gazing, bruh. We already know how you get down, Diddy. Cut it out. I always thought that was suspect and so cringe back then, but little did we know how devious he really was. Can you imagine how many women he'd interacted with over these years? I do think it's interesting that he went from a mix of the reality show I'm talking about, Making the Band. He went from a mix of, I'm not even sure what that very, very, very first season was. That was, what was that, O-Town? I think it was all exclusively dudes from O-Town that he managed. Then he went to the band, which was 3 rappers, 4 rappers, whatever, and 2 singers. Whatever, I forget the combination, how it basically went. But it was 3 dudes and 2 girls. Then he went to all girls with Danity Kane. And then all of a sudden went to all boys again with Day 26. And out of all the groups that I just mentioned, Danity Kane and Day 26 probably sold the most records in recent history. Danity Kane outsold everybody. Danity Kane was doing freaking numbers, Jack. No, there wasn't a group out there at that time that I could honestly say that could hold a candle to Danity Kane and what they was doing numbers-wise. They were putting out some numbers for you, Jack. And Danity Kane, they had the charts popping with so many songs. I remember Damage was one of probably their best-selling hit. Damage, and there's a couple songs they had that were chart toppers, but they were up there. They were doing the most numbers that Diddy had seen out of any one of his groups that he assigned. O-Town, 1-hit wonder. The band, 1-hit wonder. Day 26, you can't even call a 1-hit wonder because those guys actually did put out some decent music. They were out there getting it. So I can't take that away from Diddy. He He knew how to put together some people, but at what cost, though? At what cost did you put this super group together? These super groups together that you thought? What were you doing behind the scenes, bruh? We don't know what went down with O-Town. They won't say nothing. They pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth, never to be seen again. They actually had a one song that I actually liked. The band, I could put up every single interview that these guys have done, and that wouldn't do it justice as to some of the things that this nigga was doing underhanded behind the scenes. But I'm going to get to it. We already know about Aubrey and them. They pretty much then came back out and been calling him out for all his fuckery. And I'm not sure. I think Day 26, they spoke, but they didn't really say too much. So, I mean, they put their situation out there, and one thing that's really, some things that really bothered them. But we've gone over the incidences on the show. Let's talk about some of the contract situations that have gone on with Mr. Diddy. You want to know how shiesty this man is? Check this out.
So Bad Boy, the deal was $7,500 for everybody.
Yeah, let's get into the juicy part because it's all real and it's all documented.
Wait. How many members was it?
I just told you, shit. $7,500. 6 members, we split 7,500. Not 75,000, not 750,000, not 7,500,000. 7,500 in US dollars.
That's $1,250 a piece.
You got it, buddy. I like your math. Let me check my math. Let me see it. Yeah, we got the same thing.
So you got them to restructure the deal?
Yes. By me being business savvy and noticing, you know what I mean, the familiar language in those contracts, I knew it just wasn't adding up right. Definitely the number didn't add up right. So I was signed to a production deal prior to me signing with Bad Boy. I never was directly signed to Bad Boy. I always had a buffer in between to keep me away from the actual monster and the mother label. I always came in as a boss. So it was structured as a partnership, not me just being signed an artistry deal. So with that being said, I always had somebody there to always be able to keep me business minded. So when I signed that contract, I was familiar with the language. When I seen a big contract from the major label, I just knew it didn't add up right. So, I asked them to go back and renegotiate, took it to my lawyer. We made the changes and they upped the money.
And the other 5 people, they were just going to sign off on it.
They was going to rock out with it. Then after the album come out and we got disbanded, we was offered a deal for $300K for a publishing deal. So we would get $50K a piece. But all of us had to sign it. It was a structured deal. It was like a ladder deal where everybody had to, I sign it, you sign it, I sign it. Yay, we get the bread. Yeah. But Ness didn't sign it. So niggas was mad at me for a long time. So I was the black sheep through all those eras. For me not just rushing and signing the contract initially for the Bad Boy contract and me not rushing, jumping out of my fucking grave and signing the publishing deal that was put on, you know what I'm saying, on the table. And some of these things Mace be saying be cat, and some of the things he's saying be true. It's actually Janice Combs' publishing company that the publishing company is up under. So when you do business with Bad Boy, certain companies other than Bad Boy that you do business with. So the publishing deal came through Janice Combs Publishing. But I believed in myself 100%, 110% at that time, and me and my pen game that I just would retain my merchandising and my publishing. And, because I felt as though that I could be a bigger impact with being a writing force instead of just giving away all my publishing rights, my second year in show business.
You said they were mad at you because you didn't sign the contract with them, right?
Yeah.
Did they later thank you for making them more money?
No, they still haven't thanked me to this day. They still mad at me like, yo, like on the low, like, damn, why you ain't get that bread, Ness? Because I felt as though, like if I signed that bread away, I wouldn't have got a big check from Sony for the Men in Black 4 thing for a record I wrote 20 years ago for Puff. If I signed my joint away, I wouldn't have got a Hookamonga check, a Kamehameha check from Sony. They would have took that and Puff would have retained that and it would have went to their bank account. They escrow Puff. That's how I've been surviving. I've been in financial ruins for the whole 19 years. The way the businesses was done, we had corrupt management, and they would parade us around on the road and say we was doing it for promo, but really getting paid. So at the end of the year, the IRS clunked us with the fucking taxes. So in tactics to collecting the money, they took action and they seized my fucking royalty statements. So I wasn't getting no royalties for 20 years. So this is why you see the resurgence of Ness.
Wait a minute now. Hold on a second. Remember the Phil guy I showed y'all earlier? Phil Robinson, bald-headed black dude. Same guy that Diddy had. Basically, they made it seem like on TV that the band sought him out. But in all actuality, he went to them and was like, hey, you know, I got Puff's ear, so whatever y'all want done, whatever y'all need done, I can get that done for you. Because I remember they interviewed some white dude, some Jewish guy. They interviewed quite a number of people for this job, but ultimately settled on Phil because Phil is Diddy's number 2. That was Phil Robinson, the guy that ultimately tried to get y'all to sign for $7,500 collectively, which was $1,250 a piece. Come on, bruh. Come on now. That's what they say about Diddy being a savage with the pen. An absolute savage with the pen. He wasn't just a predator. He was a business monster. And in my opinion, a business monster is somebody, because you know how you got the Cookie Monster, all he eat is cookies? Diddy is the contract monster, because all he do is eat up everybody's hopes and dreams of having success in the music business. The band, Danity Kane, Day 26, O-Town. This man shorted so many people. So many people. And then, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Aubrey O'Day actually come out and say that Diddy tried to basically screw them, but they got their own situation? Diddy tried to get up on everybody publishing. It's the way the game works. Whenever you want to sign a deal, they want your publishing. What I did not know was that a label could hold on to your publishing for your entire life. I don't know a lot about the music business, but I know a little bit about the music business. And I know that some of the things that Diddy had people trying to do was absolutely asinine. Diddy had people's publishing for years and years and years. The Lox, Biggie, and pretty much the band. I don't think the band even sees the only one I think that sees his publishing is Ness. I think he's still holding on to everybody else's publishing. Reason he ain't holding on to Ness's publishing like that is because Ness was writing for him. I think Ness ended up writing a good portion of his last 2 studio albums. I forget the name of them because they suck that bad, but I mean, it's Diddy, so can't nobody tell him jack. But yeah, I remember when they had that big campaign that let the Lox go, when the Lox was signed to Bad Boy, and he was holding on to their publishing. It got so ugly between Diddy and the Lox. This ended up happening. Now, mind you, this is on a radio station, I think it's Hot 97. They went on Hot 97 and basically was like, they were pissed because they're like, yo, let us go. Give us our publishing. Diddy was so hurt, that nigga called up to the radio station, and this is what ensued.
Puffy's on 11. You want to talk to him?
Hell yeah.
Hello?
What's up?
I mean, where
Hey,
you?
yo, check this out, man. The last time y'all did this, man, y'all did the whole campaign, let the Lox go and all that. Y'all ain't want to be down with Bad Boy, so we let y'all go. Y'all want to be down with us, we let y'all go, we keep it moving. But to get on there and portray like somebody got to go and steal and rob and be shysting y'all, that ain't really correct, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm at my office right now. I'm always accessible. Y'all ain't got to get on the radio and do certain tactics and do certain things to ever holler at me. Jadakiss, last time I saw you, I told you, let's get together, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm accessible. I said if anything don't come, if there's somebody standing in the way for you expressing yourself, or any of y'all expressing yourself, y'all can come get at me directly. You know what I'm saying? All that throwing the refrigerator and you gonna kill, y'all ain't killing nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? We businessmen. We all mature adults here. All that right there, I'm at my office. Y'all can sit on this interview with her and talk as long as y'all want to talk about it. Or you can take the invitation I gave you before. But it's not even getting there because of your get on the radio, whatever tactics. I ain't your enemy.
Dog, we just
need to bang like that on cats that's coming at you. I ain't your enemy.
Just yesterday we got a note from your office saying you don't have no idea of none of this or nothing.
Just yesterday, your lawyer told us that.
I see you at the show backstage. You said find out what it was.
But don't sit here and portray like Puff took nothing from y'all.
What is it? What is it? What do you call it?
If it's 10 years,
what do you call it? And don't say we can come to your office or do none of that, because we can't do none of that. We can't handle it no other way but with lawyers, and you know that, so don't get on the radio and act like a tough guy or none of that.
Wait, you know how we can settle?
You acting tough.
I'm in my office, so why don't we stop talking on the radio?
No, you want people to stop talking because you just don't want to know the truth, dog. We made one record with you. Money, Power, Respect. It's 10 years later, and you still got half of our publishing. Now, there's no way you can make it justifiable that you think you deserve half of our publishing.
You to my face. We just at the concert. You ain't saying nothing.
What are we gonna do? Saying it to your face? Get sued? What do you want us to do? We can't touch. We can't be violent or none of that. We can't even have.
You saying all this, dog? 2 years ago, Levels in Miami.
Let's recognize real. Y'all know where the office is at. There's a big sign on it. I'm gonna be here.
The whole National Guard's downstairs too. Cut it out, man. We can't talk
in this. I'm a grown ass man, man.
You're a coward.
And I don't take nothing.
You're a thief,
You're a coward.
Don't say you're a thief.
Okay.
You're a thief.
Come to the office, man. Come to the office so we can straighten it out there.
Yo, how we just 3 guys you don't even mess with. You had your Ace Boone publishing.
You call me whatever
you won't let his publishing go.
I'm at the office.
You won't let your man's publishing go.
You gonna argue in front of New York. That's the way you want to
do. You own your man's publishing, dog?
Nobody did nothing to y'all, man.
Do you own your man's publishing?
New York could believe it or whatever. I don't
do you own your man's publishing?
I can sleep good at night because I ain't never did nothing to y'all. And if y'all ever want to,
dog, you had a whole bunch of artists that
don't like onion, Puffy.
That's it.
Dog, you had a bunch of artists whose careers never went right with you, dog. Be for real, dog. Look at the list.
We don't want to be violent.
You the artist that did best for yourself. Look at your list, dog. Look at all the artists you dealt with. Look at the situation they dealt with.
You know,
12 not happy with you gone. Faith not happy with you gone. We not happy with you gone. Faith not happy with you gone.
Wow. All right, he hung up. He's gone. He's finished.
Shine jail.
Wow.